2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And before we tip off, I just need to ask Shaq, when you think back to great teammates, what are the qualities that make a great teammate?
Well, you want to play with guys who care as much about the game as you do, a guy who puts the team first, a guy who gets you involved, a guy who has the same dreams and aspirations that you have about the game.
Well, that name sounds like Kobe Bryant to me that you were talking about, but I always look for guys who could push me. And I could push them at the same time, where we could work together. It's a family, the basketball team. You playing for 82 games. You need somebody that's going to be in your corner.
Wouldn't you like to push Kenny?
Push him out this set.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
As long as I could push you back.
You may not be able to. Kevin Harlan, take it away, kid.
City Place, a gigantic new residential development here in Toronto, walking distance from both the sporting arenas. We are live, the home of the Raptors in downtown Toronto, the Air Canada Centre. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Mbah a Moute in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Mbah a Moute. Jordan the screen. Redick inside the line. No good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Clippers were so strong on the road last season. They led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road. And actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. They finished the regular season with 8 straight road wins to get home court advantage in the first round. Superb.
Paul with the ball. He feeds it to Jordan. Back to Paul. To the inside. Here's Griffin. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. He clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
That one is off. And regarding Griffin's low block shot number, for some guys, they simply lack a certain feel, Clark, for blocking shots.
Yeah, there's something about the aptitude for shot blocking that sometimes is understated. Just because you're a high flyer in the front court doesn't mean you're going to block a lot of shots.
And he's good on the second. And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues and interviews he's engaging, and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
The pass to Kira. Screened by Valanciunas. And DeRozan. Here we go. Shot clock at 5. Here's Lowry. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And talking about Blake Griffin, one of the more well-liked players in our league, but also one of the most teed-up players. Top 5 in the league for the past 4 seasons. He's been ejected from several games as well.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
And, you know, getting back to Griffin, it's hard to stay grounded in this league. All the money, endorsements, ad campaigns, commercials, and so forth, that stuff can take you off track. But I think he's going to be grounded and maintain his focus going forward.
He hits the second from the line. In the last few years, the Toronto fans have made a strong case for being the loudest in the league. And, Greg, you know, the Air Canada Center can sound like a 60,000 capacity crowd during the playoffs.
It is really unreal. It gives the Raptors a huge advantage here at home. Toronto and Canada will always be hockey first, but they love their Raptors here in the North.
Now here's Paul. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
How sweet was that? Honey sweet Paul with great form.
Sullinger the screen. And DeRozan. Here we go. Kicks it to Valanciunas. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
You know, the Raptors were top 5 in attendance last season as well. I mean, fans had plenty to cheer about as the team finished with 27 home wins on the year.
Now here's Jordan. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Mbah-a-Moute kicks to Griffin. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing. And the Raptor franchise record for home wins is 30, set back in 07. And you get the feeling with the way the crowd gets into it, that record won't stand much longer.
Now here's Paul. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. The shot's good from Griffin.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
Raptors trail by 4. Mbah-a-Moute with the steal. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Jordan the pass to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's DeRozan. Outside for Lowry. And again, Toronto no luck.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
It's Redick on the wing. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Redick's got his first 3 points of the game.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Here's DeRozan. Trying to get back on track. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Griffin. 5 points in the game. Redick with the bucket.
Boy, excellent work that time by Paul. Set a nice screen that time.
Raptors trail by 8. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Sullinger right side. Carroll against Mbah-a-Moute. Takes the 13-footer. Valanciunas, good.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Now here's Paul. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. And it comes off the front of the rim. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Sullinger kicks to Lowry. No good. Nice D from Griffin. Clippers leading by 6. Paul kicks to Griffin. Sullinger with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Doc Rivers, and he said a big factor in this game will be how well they're able to handle Kyle Lowry. He admitted being a fan of his game, saying he's a tough athletic guard who really competes. Defense, rebounding, attack the paint, he'll take it to you. We've got to be ready to match his motor and his aggressiveness. Kevin, are they up to it?
And thank you, Doris.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far. You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Now, here's DeRozan. Takes the three. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist from DeRozan.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Nogueira, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Sullinger. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. The Clippers also changing it up. Spates checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Crawford comes in for Mbamute. And it's Felton in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Spates. He kicks to Paul. Pick by Griffin. Ball against Patterson. Los Angeles with another miss.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Patterson a screen on Felton. Powell dishes to Nogueira. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change, too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with freshening up for the new.
And the Clippers making a change here. Pass is checked in. And he can't hit the second.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Now, here's DeRozan. Takes the 13-footer. Shot is no good. Nice D from Crawford. Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the third best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit.
Here's Powell. Looking for his first basket still in this one. He dishes it to DeRozan. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
That was a beautiful fadeaway. Knocked it down with the defender right in his grill.
Ball outside to the inside. Nogueira with the steal. Now here's Joseph. He's tightly guarded. There's the pick. Here's Powell, guarded by Crawford. Here's DeRozan, lock at 6, and another basket for Toronto.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Felton kicks to Bass. Spates sets a screen. Paul outside. Bass with a screen for Paul. Shoots the three, and that one's good. Paul's got 5 now.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off. Chris Paul, guys, for the last decade, the best point guard in the NBA. Now, there's some new competition for that distinction, though, with Steph Curry breaking through to NBA stardom. And it's always exciting to watch these two go head-to-head.
Ross is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Raptors trail by 4. How would you compare Chris Paul and Steph Curry?
Well, Steph Curry is just an off-the-chart shooter. I think the best in the history of the game in overall shot making and creativity as far as shooting goes. Paul is more of an orchestrator, a maestro supreme.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And here is Felton. Bass with the screen. Felton kicks to Bass. And it's Paul penetrating. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Paul's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And Joseph kicks to Patterson. 1:29 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Powell. The feed to Ross. 5 to shoot. Here's Joseph. No good. Paul with the defensive effort. Clippers leading by 3. Crawford, no one around him. Good. And a nice assist from Felton. Crawford's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Joseph still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Inside, Nogueira kicks to Powell. At the elbow, Nogueira battles through traffic and lays it in. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Crawford outside. The shot is off. Now Toronto takes it the other way. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Powell kicks to Joseph. It's stolen by Bass. And even 3-on-3 break. Felton the pass to Paul. Spates sets a screen. Paul dishes to Felton. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team. They're all pulling in the same direction.
You know, we got a group of guys who came in and bought into the offensive system, the defensive system, and it just clicked. And we got a bunch of guys in here who only want to see each other be successful, and it's rare in this league to have a team like that.
The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making a difference for the Raptors. Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
You know, you could argue it both ways, Kevin, because it's worked both ways. I mean, teams that couldn't stand one another have won rings, and so have tight-knit groups who were really close. So there's really no magic formula. I think there's a little bit of art to go with the science in that.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Jared Sullinger. Then it's P. Then it's DeMarre Carroll. And it's Lowry in at point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania, Clark, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
Now, here's Felton, picked by Griffin. It's Redick on the wing. Good. And a nice assist from Felton. Redick's got 9.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Felton against Lowry. Passes to Powell. Dishes it to Valanciunas. Outside for Lowry. Valanciunas with a screen on Felton. Here's Powell, pocket 4, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Felton attacking. Can't hit from 12. Raptors trail by 3. Powell kicks to Lowry. To the middle. The dish to Carroll. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. The shot by Lowry, no good. Clippers leading by 3. Redick passes to Felton. That doesn't go either for Felton.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Outside Lowry. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. To the wing on the left. Carroll with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Pass to Lowry. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Felton kicks to Griffin. And Mbamute dishes to Jordan. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Toronto's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Carroll with a screen on Felton. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. Carroll, no one around him. Misses the 3. Los Angeles has gotten 2/3 of their 3-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. And Redick kicks to Griffin. Sullinger brings the double team. Goes up on the block. Griffin's shot is off. Raptors trail by 5. Powell dishes to Lowry. Down low. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry passes to Sullinger. Nice D from Griffin.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Redick with the bucket.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
And Sullinger missing. Clippers leading by 8.
Well, you know, you look at the Raptors and they improved in a number of ways last season, but their bench play was one of their bigger improvements. I mean, they had one of the weaker benches in the league in 2014, but they flipped that around last year.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Put your hands together for your defense. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Toronto. And so here's Toronto, trailing by 10. That's good. DeRozan's got 10 points in the game. Greg, one thing about the Raptors last year, they made the moves they needed to in order to be sure to fix their bench, strengthen their bench. It showed on paper and in person.
Yeah, credit their front office. In 2014, they had a bottom 5 bench in terms of scoring. Last season, they flipped that, became a top 5 bench in terms of that scoring, and even had the 6th man of the year leading the way.
Lou Williams. Here's Carroll. The Clippers getting the bucket. Inside. And DeRozan kicks to Sullinger. And that one's good.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
That shot by Griffin, no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
DeRozan dishes to Valanciunas. An easy 2 points on the layup. Valanciunas has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
And all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
The drive by Lowry. And yes, sir, that one drops. Lowry's got 6 points.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
Picked by Griffin. Felton the pass to Griffin. Lowry against Felton. And Jared Sullinger pulls it down. Sullinger's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lowry against Felton. The drive by Lowry. And it's blocked by Jordan. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. The Raptors making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. Paul's checked in for the Clippers. And Toronto has possession. 6-point game. Just 5 to shoot. From deep 3-point range, the Clippers grab the miss. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Goes up at the stripe. Jordan kicks to Redick. Jordan with the screen on Patterson. Paul dishes to Griffin. Here is Mbamute. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
Lowry with the ball. 6 points for him. Screened by Valanciunas to the right side. Carroll passes to Lowry. And Jordan sends it back. They retain possession. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Valanciunas.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Feeds it to Mbamute. Jordan dishes to Mbamute. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And the Clippers lead by 9.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Carroll kicks to Lowry. Tries again. And Valanciunas with the layup. Valanciunas has got 11 points.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Griffin attacking, and it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. Joseph, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And then for the Clippers, Spates checked in for Jordan. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Raptors trail by 7. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Fires from the line. And it's Spates with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Usually you talk about how tough a player is, and you're always talking about big guys. But Chris Paul is as tough as they come playing that little point guard position.
Yeah, he's a power pack when you look at him. I mean, he's played through a lot of injuries and still has a big-time impact on the game. Most recently in the playoffs, he played through injury to beat the Spurs.
And last year, you could see Paul was hobbled in their loss to the Rockets in the second round. Still, most players wouldn't even have made it back out on the floor, much less been as effective as he was during the postseason.
Nogueira, he's checked in for the Raptors. Ross comes in for DeMarre Carroll. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing about Paul. He doesn't need to be blazing fast or quick to beat you. He can play seemingly on one leg and still dismantle a defense.
Now here's Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Here's Spates. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Here's Patterson. He feeds it to Ross. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
The shot's good from Paul.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
Joseph, the pass to Patterson. On the wing to Rosen. Shoots a fader. Here's Nogueira. Spates with the block. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Sullinger's checked in for the Raptors.
Jared Sullinger.
.153 left in the second quarter. And there's the pass to Patterson. Crawford with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
One shot, gentlemen.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the three-point line early on tonight.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Joseph, and Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
.116 left in the first half of basketball. Paul outside. Jared Sullinger pulls it in. Sullinger's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Sullinger's got 4 this quarter.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Boss against Mbahumute. Here's Crawford. Nice D from DeRozan.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Now here's Joseph. After the miss from Crawford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sullinger with the bucket.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Paul outside. Over to the wing. Here is Mbahumute. And so we wrap up the first half. Clippers ahead. They're up by 11. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
I'm alongside Coach Casey, and Coach, you guys are getting torched out there tonight. What's going on?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo. And I don't know what it is. I could care less about offense. You know, we're going to score. That's not the problem. It's making up our mind and having a commitment to the defensive end.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He had 18 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
Well, Ernie, Kenny, the offense was running really well. And their shooting percentage was outstanding, and it wasn't just luck. It's because the offense never allowed the opposing defenders to get comfortable.
Looking at Toronto, Kenny, your thoughts?
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, I tell you what, we'll soon find out, because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
Here's DeRozan. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Mbah a Moute in at the small forward. The lead now in single digits. And that's 13 points now for Valanciunas.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's DeRozan.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Now here's Paul. Paul is doubled. Shot clock at 6. Kicks to Jordan. He dishes it to Paul. Fires the 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And that's 21 points for Chris Paul. Last season, DeAndre Jordan was as efficient as it gets on offense. A dunking machine, we know for sure. His defense is maybe the best individually at the rim in the league. He covers a lot of area.
He does. And Jordan did have almost all of his points come right at the rim. And you talked about that efficiency. How about 71% field goal percentage?
Clippers leading by 10. Paul kicks to Redick. Pass to Griffin. The feed to Paul. Lowry with the block. But they get it back. Redick with the 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Knocked away. And stolen by Jordan. And Paul with the basket on the assist by Jordan. 23 points for Chris Paul.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here is Lowry. He has 6. And stolen by Jordan. And now the Clippers on the break. Paul's running. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got 14.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage. And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Paul dishes to Griffin. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Scoring well here at the midway point, and now they're starting to put some distance between them.
Well, offensively, they just continue to roll. I mean, they're padding that lead bit by bit as a result.
You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. He's got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. If what he talked about is a true indication, the pick and roll is going to be their go-to play from now on. He sees that as being their best option offensively. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Now, here's Redick. Griffin a screen on DeRozan. Lowry brings the double. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Here's Griffin. He's got 15 and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Raptors trail by 16. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. And it's DeRozan missing.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Paul. 23 points in the game. Jordan the screen. Clock at 6. Redick against Valanciunas. The shot by Redick, no good.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Lowry passes to Sullinger. Looking to end the run, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
And the Raptors making a change here. Powell's checked in, and a switch here also for the Clippers. Felton's checked in. And he sinks the second. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
Nice shot by Felton.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Raptors trail by 18. Lowry kicks to Powell. Sullinger a screen on Felton. Powell dishes to Sullinger. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof, only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more Duncan than Diaw in the way he treats his body.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range twos as well as their fair share of threes.
Now here is Lowry. 6 points for him. The 11-footer and the rejection by Valanciunas. Lowry against Paul. Lowry drives in. Here's Powell. And again, no good by Toronto. For the Clippers, you think of Lob City and it's all dunks. But the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up J's a game.
Outside Lowry. Puts it up from 12, and the jumper falls for him. Lowry's got 8. Here's Paul. 23 points in the game. He kicks it to Jordan. Right side, Felton. Paul outside. And they double up Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Jordan the screen. Felton goes in. Again, the miss by Felton.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Powell, that's good. 8 points for him. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 15-6 run. Picked by Griffin. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Dishes to Lowry. Finished off the break. Lowry's got 4 this quarter.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Paul kicks to Felton. Outside Griffin. They double team Griffin. Outside for Felton. Jordan the screen. Here's Redick, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Some changes for Toronto. Patterson, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Ross comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. And then for the Clippers, Spates checked in for Jordan. Bass comes in for Blake Griffin, and it's Crawford in for Chris Paul. Now here's Ross. Patterson a screen on Crawford. Ross with a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range. Ross has got 5 points so far. Los Angeles leading by 14. Felton kicks to Redick. Now here's Spates. Passes it to Felton. Now the dish to Redick. 4 on the clock for the three. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That's foul number 2 for him.
The second person, 13.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Valanciunas with a screen on Felton. Ross in the corner. Pass to Joseph. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Los Angeles.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Here's Ross. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Raptors ball.
To the paint. Here's Powell. And at last they get one to fall. Powell's got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Bass. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Feeds it to Powell. Here's Joseph, and again it's Toronto converting. Clippers leading by 11. Redick passes to Felton. To the middle. Ross with the steal. And here is Joseph. He feeds it to Ross. The three. And the Raptors hit again from deep. The Clippers have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Ross against Crawford. Redick for three. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
Here's Powell. He's got 10. Screened by Valanciunas. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Raptors have not shot all that well from the free throw line, 6 of 11.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
Patterson, the screen. Here's Powell, covered by Reddick, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Now, here's Joseph. To the inside, Powell. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Powell's got 12 in the game. And going back to Patterson for just a moment, he's been lauded for his mature approach. Ever since high school in West Virginia, he was involved in a highly publicized recruiting battle between Florida and Kentucky, ultimately choosing the latter.
Yeah, and you know, the part of his game, Kevin, that he's really worked on is his ability to face up and shoot. Really starting to evolve into a guy that can space the floor, that space four. And when he's hitting that jumper at a high percentage, I think his value to the team goes up exponentially.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Powell. And a switch here also for the Clippers. And Mbaamute's checked in for J.J. Redick. The Clippers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Now, here's Joseph. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Clippers ball.
Clippers leading by 9. 1:19 left to play in the third. Felton dishes to Crawford. Back to Felton for 3. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Toronto ball.
Toronto with the ball. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Patterson setting the pick for DeRozan. And the pass to Patterson. He dishes it to Joseph. There's the feed to Valanciunas. And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for him.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. He has 17 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Ross passes to DeRozan. Ross kicks to Joseph. Valanciunas dishes to DeRozan. Here's Patterson, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Well, I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. I mean, they just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011.
And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You could see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming, but that's what it ended up being.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
No good from Valanciunas. Crawford outside. 4 seconds left. Again, Los Angeles. DeRozan can't get it to go. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers lead by 8. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And the final period of play just about to start. Clippers leading by 8. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jared Sullinger is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Carroll in at the small forward. Clock at 6. And it's Paul penetrating. Can't capitalize on the good screen. Toronto shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Outside Lowry. The three-pointer off the mark.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Tries from 10. It's tipped. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Lowry drives in. Kicks it to Sullinger. Uses the glass to drop it in. Sullinger's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Raptors. Paul kicks to Jordan. It's Crawford on the wing. DeRozan defending. Crawford against DeRozan. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Now here's DeRozan. The baseline J off the mark.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. The words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Pass to Paul. Back to Crawford. No one near him. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Lowry against Crawford. Outside Lowry. Dishes it to Patterson. He kicks to DeRozan. 11 feet away. Jump shot is good.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Crawford kicks to Jordan. Picked by Griffin. Paul passes to Crawford. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Raptors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Sullinger the screen. Passes to DeRozan. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Crawford kicks to Griffin. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Jared Sullinger.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assist.
And Baamute can't get it to go.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Rosen dishes to Lowry. Sullinger with a screen for Lowry. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Good on the triple. DeRozan's got the lead up to 2 now for the Raptors.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive. Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
Outside Lowry. It's DeRozan top of the key, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Griffin passes to Paul. Second chance effort. That's good.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. A free throw drops for Griffin. Raptors trail by 3. Outside DeRozan. To the middle. Here's Sullinger. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too.
Yeah.
But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Now, here's Lowry, following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. And Baamute against Sullinger. Now the dish to Kira. Clock at 6. And Sullinger kicks to Lowry. Rebound by the Clippers. Redick's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Paul outside. Carroll with the rebound.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Now here's Patterson. And again, Toronto no luck. And Jamari Carroll is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. Redick against DeRozan. The putback, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down. And the Clippers lead by 2.
They've done a terrific job of getting offensive rebounds and then converting those here in the second half. I mean, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but they've turned them all into points.
The Clippers on defense. They led the game at one point by 20. Sullinger the screen. Pass to Carroll. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. 5 on the clock. Valanciunas dishes to Sullinger. The fadeaway, and off the front iron, and in it goes. And that's 21 points for DeMar DeRozan. Paul against Lowry. Paul goes in, and they double up Paul. And the wide open shot from Redick. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 4 assists in the game. Now Lowry. Sullinger the screen. Back to Lowry. Paul with the steal. Feeds it to Jordan. Redick for three. Good work defensively by Lowry.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
There's no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Now here's DeRozan. Valanciunas with a screen on Paul. That is good. And that's 23 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look. And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
All right, Doris, thanks. Jordan with it. There's a screen. He feeds it to Mba Amute. Paul against Lowry. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. Powered down with both hands.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
So it's the Clippers now, after the Raptors pick up 2.
That's as high percentage as it gets for him. I mean, the defense really has to be mindful of not giving him that kind of space to operate.
It's DeRozan with the drive, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now a 3-point Raptor lead. Now here's Paul, out to the wing. Here is Mba Amute. Los Angeles with another miss.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And stolen by Jordan. Paul against Lowry. The pass to Redick. Outside Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Griffin. Offensive rebound.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one, Clark.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
Here's Sullinger. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Paul outside. Jordan the screen. Redick for 3, and that one's good. Redick's got 14 points here in the second half.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Here's DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
They didn't shoot it well from the line in the first half. But they've turned it around here, and it's helped them secure the lead. I mean, free throw shooting is important when you're trying to pad a lead.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
2 shots.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead.
Okay, man, put your hands together for your game time.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And that's now 22 points for Blake Griffin.
That's what this team needs right now. Solid scoring chances.
Here's Sullinger. Carroll passes to Valanciunas. And there's the feed to DeRozan. And stolen by Redick. All up top. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the inside. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
Now here's Sullinger. He dishes it to Lowry. Hits the 3-point bomb. And the Raptors lead by 2.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Redick dishes to Paul. At the elbow, Griffin. Kicks it to Paul. With some arc. Lowry against Redick. Left side Lowry. To the inside. Valanciunas. Count it!
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Paul kicks to Mbamute. Pass to Jordan. Yes!
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Paul kicks to Jordan. And it's Paul, top the key. Lets it go from deep. The three won't fall. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Shooting for Toronto, Jared Sullinger. At the line for two.
And the first of two, no good, heartbreaker. And he does get the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but Clark, in the end, everyone satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt, but give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, you were able to impact this game on both sides of the ball, making some nice passes, playing good defense. How did you feel about your game?
I just want to stop the basket, you know. I want to do anything it takes to win, you know, help my team win. You know, tonight, you know, was passing the ball. My shot wasn't falling, but, you know, I had too many turnovers, but I passed the ball well, and we got the win. That's all that matters.
Kyle, thank you. Kevin, it's not only about the offense.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Jonas Valanciunas. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight. And how'd you feel about his performance, Shaq?
This guy is efficient. He don't believe in taking bad shots. He's all about the high-quality shots. It makes him a powerful presence in the low post, and he can impact the game on the defense end, too. He takes a lot of pride in protecting the rim.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew. This is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.